Hey guys, if you love Overlord for its overpowered main character, dark fantasy setting, and smart battles, but are tired of the usual recommendation, I've got you covered. Today I'm sharing 10 hidden gem anime that have the same Overlord vibe, powerful heroes, dark world, and strategic fight, but aren't talked about enough. So let's get started. At number 10 is Rokka, Brave of the Six Flowers. This anime combines fantasy, mystery, and action in a unique way. The story follows 6 chosen warriors called the Brave who are destined to save the world from a terrible evil. However, when they gather, there's a twist. 7 show up, meaning one is an imposter. The show mixes intense battle with mystery and psychological drama, which creates a gripping atmosphere similar to Overlord. The characters have unique personalities and the fight scenes are well animated. If you enjoy a mix of dark fantasy with clever strategy and plot twist, Rokka is a great pick that's often overlooked by many anime fans. At number 9 we have Übel Blatt. It is a dark fantasy story about revenge, betrayal, and power, but it's important to note that the anime adaptation can be confusing if you haven't read the manga before. The story centers on a warrior seeking vengeance against former allies who betrayed him. The world is gritty and unforgiving with morally complex characters. Fans of Overlord's dark tone and anti-hero vibes will find a lot to like here. However, the anime's storytelling is often criticized for being rushed and unclear, so the manga is generally recommended for a better experience. If you want a mature grim fantasy with intense battle and a revenge plot, Übel Blatt is definitely worth exploring. The hidden dungeon only I can enter. This series follows a young man who discovers a secret dungeon that grants him immense power. It's a fun take on the OP hero trope, with the MC growing stronger by uncovering hidden abilities and facing challenges in a magical world. Though it's lighter and more comedic than Overlord, the anime still has fantasy battles and strategic moments that fans of power fantasy enjoy. The story may not be widely known, but straightforward story and character development make it a nice hidden gem for those who want classic OP elements with some humor and sound. Knights and Magic. Knights and Magic stand out by mixing mecha action with fantasy. The protagonist is a talented programmer reincarnated into a medieval world full of knights and giant robots called Silhouette Knights. Using his knowledge from his past life, he quickly rises to become a powerful pilot and engineer. His anime combines the thrill of giant robot battles with the fantasy genre, offering a fresh twist for fans of Overlord who want something a bit different but still featuring an OP MC. Its mix of technology and magic makes it an enjoyable, underrated series. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. This unique anime centers on an assassin who is reincarnated into a noble family with a mission to eliminate threats to the kingdom. Unlike many typical isekai, the protagonist relies on stealth, intelligence, and strategies rather than brute force. His skills as an assassin makes him incredibly effective and powerful in a different way. The show features mature themes and darker tones similar to Overlord, with lots of tactical battles and clever planning. It's a smart and underrated choice for fans looking for more strategic and suspenseful take on the OP MC genre. At number 5 we have Claymore. Claymore is a classic dark fantasy series featuring female warriors who fight terrifying monster called Yoma. The story is set in a brutal, unforgiving world where these half-human warriors must protect humanity from the Yoma's threat. The tone is gritty and serious with intense action and emotional depth. While the main character doesn't have magical god-like powers, the series offers plenty of dark fantasy atmosphere, complex character, and brutal combat that Overlord fans will appreciate. It's an underrated gem for those craving a darker, more serious fantasy adventure. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, chrome-sealed Regios follows students who train to fight monsters using powerful weapons and magic. Although it didn't gain huge popularity, the anime offers solid world-building and interesting characters. Its blend of action, fantasy, and strategy gives it a vibe similar to Overlord, especially for fans who enjoy tactical combat. It's a great choice if you want something less mainstream but still packed with adventure. This anime follows Makoto, who transported to another world but quickly become incredibly powerful in unexpected ways. What makes Tsukimichi stand out is its mix of humor, fantasy, and OP moments. The MC builds his own community with unique allies and faces challenges with wit and strength. It's lighter and more comedic than Overlord, but the overpowered MC and fantasy world building make it fun and refreshing hidden gem. If you want something that balances laugh with classic power fantasy, this one's for you. At number 2 we have The Executioner and Her Way of Life. This is a darker, more serious isekai anime with intense theme. It focuses on the moral complexity of having overpowered individual in a harsh world exploring consequences and difficult choices. The tone is bleak and mature with emotional depth and strong character development. It is less known than many other isekai, but its storytelling and thematic depth makes it a must-watch for fans who want a deeper, more thoughtful take on the OP fantasy genre. At number 1 is How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, featuring a protagonist who's basically a god in a fantasy game world. Trapped in his powerful avatar, he uses his overwhelming skills and magic to survive and protect friends, mixing dark humor with epic battles. Though it's lighter in tone than Overlord, it hits all the classic overpowered MC beats with a fun and chaotic twist. It's underrated and definitely deserves more attention for fans who love OP heroes with sense of humor. So that's the list of 10 hidden gem anime similar to Overlord, full of overpowered protagonists, dark fantasy, and strategic battles. Which ones are new to you? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more anime content. Thank you for watching and see you next time.